Hi everyone, it's Maud here again, and welcome to your full body deep stretch class. This class is perfect for when maybe you just want to make sure that you hit all the spots in your body, maybe after a workout, or if you just feel tired and you just want to feel sensation in all corners of the body, this would be the perfect class for you. So, as you can see, I always have my trusty blocks, my blanket, my pillow, which is kind of expected in a deep stretch class. It's going to be a little bit dynamic today. But if you want to grab more props, all the blankets in the world or the pillows, feel free to grab them. I just want to make sure you guys feel safe and supported in your practice. We're actually going to start on our backs. So grab one of your blocks so that it's close to you, as we'll be placing that underneath the sacrum. And then grab your pillow or your blanket so that this will be underneath the head. And you can just sort of hang out and give attention to our torso and our lower extremities as we lie down here. Make your necessary adjustments. And as soon as you get down on your backs, just lift your hips up and then place the block or any of your props, perhaps a pillow, underneath your sacrum. Open your arms out to the side on either side of the hips, or you can open it up into field goal shape, whichever feels comfortable to you. But this is going to be our first pose. Making sure you get any fidgets and any wiggles out of the way. Starting to close the eyes or starting to keep your gaze soft. Try not to change the breath just yet. Noticing any parts of the body that are reluctant to arrive, that are hesitant to sort of be still. And perhaps your mind is the one that's sort of encouraging that movement. So take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly sigh it out. Feel a little bit more settled mentally, and perhaps emotionally, and then physically. Inhale through nose. Exhale out through the mouth. One more time, just like that. Inhale in. And then exhale, sigh it out through the mouth. Keep everything where it is, except the hands are going to be on top of your rib cage. And if you want to explore Jayi breath, which is inhaling and exhaling out through the nose, you can do so. Otherwise, breathe whichever way feels comfortable to you. Inhaling in through the nose. Feel the expansion of your rib cage, front, side, and back. And as you exhale out through the nose, notice if there's any hesitation or maybe there is ease in it. And do that a couple more times, in and out through the nose. No judgment, no expectations, no state of perfection. Hands on the rib cage, give it a little bit of feedback. So maybe you can push it out towards your hands a little bit more. And as you exhale, you recognize everything coming back to center. And start to blink your eyes open. Lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. You can release the hands and interlace your fingers behind that right hamstring. Spread your toes as you start doing these ankle circles, pointing, flexing the foot. Maybe 4 circles in one direction before you reverse the direction. Left foot remains on the mat and the left knee is bent. And then straighten your legs a little bit more and just spread your toes towards your shins. Breathing in. And as you're breathing out, hike up your hands towards the back of the knees and then bring that right knee towards your right armpit. Perhaps you're landing your elbow down, perhaps not. Do the best you can to have your right ankle on top of your right knee. And if you're looking nothing like me, totally fine. We can laugh about it, doesn't matter. Let the sole of the foot smile towards the ceiling best you can. And then inhale, lengthen the right leg up once again. Slide the hands down your hamstrings. Feel the opening in the back of the leg. And then slowly bring that right knee in towards your right armpit. Opening out into a half happy baby. Spread your toes. And then slowly release. Place your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Keeping your left foot down on the ground. Hands can be anywhere you want. Point your right knee away from the chest. Start to lengthen your tailbone towards the wall in front of you. And feel a little bit of engagement on your belly muscles here. Inhale. Exhale. Opening that hip. Keeping the figure 4, lift the left foot off of the mat. You can interlace your fingers on top of the left shin or the left hamstring. Keeping the breath nice and soft. One last breath, inhale. And then exhale, release the hands, left foot down, right foot down. Pause. Resituating the block, resituating yourself on the mat, maybe your pillow underneath your head. And then interlace your fingers behind the left hamstring as you lengthen the left leg up towards the sky. And then just like that, finding those ankle circles on this side. Taking any opportunity to spread those toes, just to kind of wake up the nerves and the muscles and the feet that we otherwise abuse and ignore. 2 more circles. Nice job. Flexing at the ankle, toes closer towards your face, towards the shin, and maybe kind of straighten that leg a little bit more without focusing on the locking of the knees. Inhale right here. Perhaps as you exhale, hike up the hands and slide it behind the knees as you drag the knees towards your left armpit. Again, those left elbows could plant down on the mat, ankle on top of the knee. Let the sole of the foot smile towards the ceiling. Pause. Notice where you're feeling this at. Keep the left side of the body, your left waist, long. So try not to crunch up on that left side. And then inhale, lengthen up. Breathing in. Exhale back, left knee towards your armpit. Half happy baby. Inhale. And as you exhale, placing the left ankle on top of your right thigh. Relax the hands anywhere you want. Send the left knee and the left thigh away from your chest. And then start to lengthen the lower back down towards the wall in front of you. Feel that engagement in the belly. And feel a lot more space in your lower back as well, even when it's on top of that block or the prop. Last inhale. Exhale. Lift the right foot off of the mat, keeping the figure 4 shape. Interlace fingers on top of your right shin or your hamstrings. Keeping the figure 4 shape, but keeping the left knee as far away from your chest as possible. Again, no perfection, no big expectations here. Just a nice hip stretch. You may perhaps feel this in the groin as well. Inhale. And then exhale. Slowly release. Right foot down, left foot down. Keeping the ankles underneath the knees. Squeeze your glutes to lift your hips up. And keeping your hips lifted, just remove the block out of the way. And slowly roll down. 4, 3, 2, 1. And lengthen your right leg forward. Send your left knee towards the chest. Inhale. And as you exhale, twist towards your right, sending that left knee towards the right side. Keeping your chest squaring towards the ceiling. And what you can even do is find these nice rocks. I really enjoy these rocks where you kind of nudge. Notice I did not use the word push. Nudge your left knee a little closer towards the floor, and then you rock your butt back, keeping your left shoulder blade down on the mat best you can. Again, no perfection. And in the last rock, you can kind of stay here in a place where you're twisting to the right, but your left shoulder blade remains on the ground, and your face and shoulders can just relax. Inhale, exhale. And then slowly release from the twist. Lengthen the left leg. Send the right knee towards the chest. Interlace fingers. And then exhale. Find your twist. Right knee towards the left side. Keep your right shoulder blade down. Left hand on your thigh. Do that rocking and nudging. Rocking the butt back. Left hand nudges the right thigh a little closer to the floor. What this does, it just sort of prepares the body for a deeper twist if that's where you want to go. But if you want to keep moving because this feels good, then do that. Otherwise, one more rock back, one more rock forward, and then find your twist. Right shoulder blade down, chest square in towards the ceiling best you can. Inhale here. And then exhale out. Nice job. Slowly come back to center. Place both feet down before you shift your hips to the left. Place your left hand down and gently push yourselves into a nice seated position. Placing the pillow or the blanket underneath your bums so that your hips can stay a little bit lifted above your knees. It just feels better on the lower spine. Just feels good. All right. Hands on top of your thighs for now. Just tuck your chin towards your chest. And then interlace your hands behind the head. Thumbs resting on your nape or the back of the neck. Keep your elbows out for now. Keep tucking the chin towards the chest. And as you exhale, send the elbows towards each other. Just nudge the chin a little closer to the chest, enough to feel a stretch in the back of the neck, keeping your spine long. So you're not rounding the spine. The spine is straight. Finding this nice vertical energy from the bottom of the pelvis all the way to your spine, up, down, up the spine. And the next time you inhale, you open the elbows out. And then you rest your head on top of your hands. You can kind of just trust the hands to do the job, and you can just hang out here. Inhale. Next time you exhale, come back to center. Keep the fingers interlaced, but you're just going to lift your left elbow up as your right elbow lowers. So I'm trying to mirror you, and I may not have said that, with the right direction, whichever you're facing. Your shorter side of the mat may be facing me, or maybe the long end of the mat. But just get your right elbow down and your left elbow up. Lengthening the left side of the body. Inhale back to center. Just slide down the imaginary wall. Exhale, left elbow down, right elbow up. Spine is long. Inhale. And then exhale. Keeping your fingers interlaced behind the head. Slowly twist the body towards the left. And then let go of the hands. Place the hands down on the mat. Again, even if I'm not mirroring you, just twist towards your left, opening that left shoulder. Keeping the twist, interlace your fingers behind you. Open the elbows out before you inhale back to center. Exhale, twist towards the right. Before you drop your hands. Nice vertical energy, bottom of pelvis all the way to the crown of your head. Open up the right shoulder and twist. Big inhale. And then exhale. Nice job. Slowly come back to center. Grab your two blocks, or if you have a pillow, you can place the pillow underneath your left knee. So we're going to open up into a half diamond, keeping, this is my right leg. So if you want to mirror me, then you can do it on whichever side, maybe your left side. So get your the block underneath the knee that's doing the opening of the diamond. Right there. Keep your second block close to your second prop. And then as you're here in this diamond, just watch that the knee and the hip are not really in line. They're opened out to the side. So keep your chest open. Inhale. And as you exhale, just walk the hands a little bit forward and find this nice stretch right here. In my case, it's the left side. In your case, it may be another side, but just this side that's opening into your diamond, breathing in and breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. And then slowly walk the hands in. Now let one hand grab your left ankle or whichever ankle was opening up into that diamond. And then kind of cradle it with your inner elbow. And then the fingers of the one hand can go between the toes. And then find these nice ankle circles that we just did. But this time we can use this grip to flex or point the toes. And then the ankles can turn in whichever direction that feels good to you. We did say this was a full body stretch, right? And then on this, using this grip, you can send your toes towards your shins, feeling that nice stretch in the sole of the foot, also that outer ankle. And as you keep cradling this leg, let the other elbow cradle your foot. You can interlace your fingers and then slowly just rock left and right. You can cradle it like this. Maybe you can kind of cradle it like this as well with the elbows underneath the calf, whichever feels good. Just focusing, opening up that hip. Deep breath in, keeping your chest open. And as you exhale, again, plant the left knee on top of that block. Get the other block, plant your foot on top of it. So you're now in your sort of both ends right here, the knee and the foot are planted on the blocks. Keeping your sit bones down, plant your hands down. And then inhale, lift up. Exhale, find your fold. This half diamond shape. Notice where you're feeling this at. Outside the hip maybe more in the groin area perhaps. But not in the face, hopefully. Not in the jawline and not on the space between your eyebrows. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. And then slowly come back to center. And then this time we're going to shift our blocks to the other side. In my case, my left foot is in and my right leg is going to make that open diamond. Do whichever side you didn't do. Placing one block underneath that knee. And then inhale to lengthen the spine, planting your hands down, keeping your sit bones on the mat. Notice the sensation here outside that right hip, the right glute. Keeping the integrity of your spine and softening the face. Inhale. And then exhale. Last time, inhale. And then exhale, slowly come up, walk the hands back. Cradling this leg. So in my case, my right elbow is cradling my right knee. And then my left hand is going to, my left fingers are going to get in between the toes of my right foot and just play around with this. It always feels nice to connect my hands with my feet. It rarely happens because I'm kind of a germaphobe and I don't want anything touching my feet really. I don't even sleep at night I don't go to bed at night without washing my feet. It's just a thing of mine that I've acquired over the years. And so it just feels nice to connect one extremity with the other. Yeah, both my digits. Start to flex and point, whichever feels good. We're going to end this with our toes pointing towards the shin. Really feels good. Keeping your chest open. And then as you slowly release, you can cradle, the knee and the foot with both elbows like me, or like I showed you earlier, could be from underneath, or just hands finding your legs here, and then start to rock left and right, opening up the hip. This should feel good. It doesn't matter how you're holding the leg, but the fact that you're rocking left and right just feels good. Once again, placing that knee on top of the block, just make sure that you have another prop or another block placed underneath your foot for that elevation. That way you can really tell from both sides. And then slowly send your fingertips or your hands down towards the mat or the floor. And then exhale, find your fold. Keep your sit bones down, and you can feel this difference between both sides of the lower back for sure. Inhaling right here. And then exhale. Last time through, inhale. And then exhale. Beautiful. Slowly come up. Just get rid of the blocks for now. Sit cross-legged as we pay attention to our shoulders and our arms. So lengthen your right hand forward using the fingers of the left hand. Stretch and nudge the four fingers of the right hand to go towards the forearms, or to stretch up and really open that palm to the wall in front of you. Feeling this in your forearm, feeling this in the palms, waking up the nerves and the muscles, or otherwise holding cell phones and keyboards the whole day. Exhale, fingers down. Left hand helps to open up the front of that wrist. And then this time left hand, Iron Man hands, fingers of the right hand, helps the left, feeling that stretch as it goes a little closer towards the forearms. Even that thumb, keep it stretched out. Do the best you can. Exhale, fingers point down, hands help. Beautiful. One last breath. And then exhale. Place your left hand down on the mat or on a prop. Inhale your right arm up. And as you exhale, bend the left elbow, bending towards your left. Just sliding down that wall, so keeping your chest open. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. This time, right hand down, left arm lifts up on an inhale. Bend the right elbow. Exhale, lateral bend towards the right, keeping your left hip down. Again, you're not folding or curling forward. You're not looking up. Chest forward. And you're trying to reach out towards your right side. Beautiful. One last breath. Inhale. And then exhale. Let's make a scarf with our right arm. So get your right arm across the chest, and maybe the left hand can nudge the right arm close to you. You can start here with the arm long, or you can start to wear a scarf where your right hand goes around the neck, maybe touching your ear. It's not a goal. Let your left hand help your right arm come a little bit closer towards your neck or your chest. Feel the stretch right here, right side of the chest, and also in the deltoid, outside that shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. And then slowly right elbow up. Sorry about that. Right hand can reach to the bottom of the neck. Let the left hand help your right elbow. Open up towards the sky. Feel this nice tricep stretch right here. Chest is open, but keep your ribs in. That way you don't leak energy. And you can keep feeling integrated here towards your midline and your core. Inhale, exhale, and then slowly come back to center. This time, your left arm is going to cross your chest. You can start long, letting your right hand help, or you can start to wear a scarf. Your left hand cross towards your left ear. You don't have to touch it, so don't make that a goal. Keep your chest open. Inhale. And exhale. Honor where you're at. You're totally fine where you're at. And then left elbow up towards the ceiling. Right hand helps the left elbow. Find that nice tricep stretch. Again, watch the ribs. So chest open, ribs in. Let your armpit smile towards the front space. Inhale. And then exhale. Nice job. Slowly come to center. And then go into your quadruped or hands and knees. If you have some knee issues, make sure that you have a blanket underneath your knees. Or you can even fold your mat. I'm just going to get rid of my props right here. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Let's just do a couple of cat-cows, keeping our fingers spread. Drop the belly, lift the tailbone, open the chest, and then lift your head. And then as you exhale, you slowly round the spine. 2 more times just like that, finding your cat-cow. Exhale. 1 more time, inhale. And then exhale. Come to center. Step your right foot out. Keep the toes pointing forward and make sure that your right toes are in line with your left knee. Let's keep this cat-cow right here. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly round. 1 more time, just like that. Inhale. And then exhale. Come to center with your spine. This time, point your toes outward with the right foot and then keep the cat-cow. Notice the difference. There is a subtle difference because you have no choice but to recruit your right inner thigh. Feeling some sensation there as you find your balance, find your focus. And as you slowly come to center, untuck the toes in the back. Keep your right toes pointed up towards the ceiling as you slide your hips back, finding this nice half child's pose. You can dangle the neck, but feel the stretch here on that right leg as the toes are away from the mat, pointing towards the sky. Deep inhale in. Exhale it out. Beautiful. Slowly shift back to center. Any way you can heel toe. Send that right foot outside the right hand and then slide your left knee a little behind you. And then as you inhale, you can just look forward right here, engaging that left glute, feeling that stretch in front of that left hip. And as you exhale, you can just bow your head down, looking towards your mat where you're, and the space between the thumbs or between the index finger. Breathe. Take 1 full breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly come to center. Lift your left foot off of the mat. If you need a strap, you can wrap a strap or you can grab that left foot with your right hand, opening the right shoulder, twisting the body towards the right. The important part here is that your left foot is kicking towards your hands. That helps really wake up the quads, the front of the left hip. More importantly, tuck your tailbone under. And the more you tuck, the more you feel an opening right there in front of that hip. Feels so good. Inhale here. And then exhale without dropping. Slowly plant the left foot down. And then come back, walk back into your half splits. Inhale. And then exhale, palms down on the mat or on blocks, or you can be on your fingertips, sending that right hip back. Inhale, exhale. Walk your hands forward. This time, hands inside the right foot. You can sort of make your way up. So you can start your left hand here on your left hip. You can cradle the right ankle with your right hand and come upright. You can stay right here. Plenty of stuff is happening. That left glute is still awake. Or you can lift your left foot. If you can find the balance, you can grab that left foot, either with the strap or with your hands. Same thing. Kick the foot towards the hands. Lengthen your tailbone down. Notice your lower belly energy really helps you keep your balance. Relax the shoulders. Just one breath. No perfection, no expectations. And without a slingshot, plant the left foot down. Plant the hands down. Come back into your quadruped or hands and knees. And then do a couple of rounds of cat-cow just to neutralize. Exhale, rounding the spine. Head is the last part to move. Belly and spine arching and rounding. Feels so good. Nice job. Come to center. And then place your left foot outside the left hand and then send the right knee back a little bit. Hands can just be right here in front of you. Inhale. You can look forward. And then exhale back. One more breath right here. Inhale. And then exhale. Slowly come to center. Keep your right hand down. Lift your right foot up. Reach your left hand towards that right foot. You can use the strap like I said, or you can just grab it. And if it's not in the cards today, you can always just place your left hand on your lower back and keeping that right leg extended. Otherwise, kick the right foot towards the hand, helps open up the left shoulder. Tuck your tailbone under, engaging the right glute. Helps encourage an opening in the right hip. Inhale. And then exhale. One more breath just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Nice job. Slowly come back to center. Then walk your hands closer to that right knee. Find your half splits right here. You can have your fingertips down or hands on the blocks or on the mat. Inhale, take the time to lengthen the spine. Toes away from the mat if that's what you want. And then exhale, finding your fold, keeping your spine long. Keeping a little bit of engagement in the muscles, in the sides of the rib cage and underneath the armpits. So you're discouraged from rounding that spine. Just keeping your spine long. One more inhale here. And then exhale out. Slowly walk your hands forward. Now it's time to find that balance here. So we're going to come upright, right? So get your right hand on your right hip. Cradle the left ankle with your left hand and slowly come upright. This is my weak side, so let's see how I do. You can just stay right here, just making sure you engage the right glute. Engluge, I just invented a word. Or you can lift the right foot. Find a balance here. Right hand reaches towards your right foot. Kick your foot towards the hands. But then your left hand on your ankle or on your shin is keeping you balanced. So there's definitely a teeter-totter that's happening. And you may not realize it. But when you find your center, that's your core holding you towards your midline. Oof. Feeling it right here, kicking that right foot towards the hand. Last breath, inhale. And then exhale without dropping. Come back into your all fours. I'm going to turn this other way so that you guys can see me when I lengthen the left leg out. Couple of rounds of cat cow here, knees underneath the hips, hands underneath shoulders, starting to arch the spine, looking up. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone under. Let the mid back really round out like it wants to touch the ceiling. One more time, just like that. Inhale. And then exhale. Making our way back, come to midline. Step your left foot out, lengthen that left leg. Make sure the toes are pointing towards the front. And then keep going with that cat cow. You're definitely feeling something on that left leg, right? A bit of engagement in the right glute, especially as you curl it in. Come to center. This time, point your left toes out. Nice job. Hands underneath shoulders. Keep that cat cow. Inhale. And then exhale. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale. As you come to center, lift your left toes off of the mat. Slide your hips towards your heels. Untuck the toes. Find your half child's pose right here with the left leg long. Feeling the stretch right here in that left leg. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Fold down and surrender. Yield into the sensation. And then slowly come up. Come into your hands and knees first. And we're going to find a nice shoulder stretch here. So find your your elbows down. And then cross your right elbow towards your left elbow first. And then your left elbow towards your, I did not do that right. Right hand towards your left elbow. And then the left hand towards your right elbow. Oh my God, I can't speak today. Start to lengthen your legs to the back. Hips down, belly down. And then start to walk your elbows out to the side, keeping your palms open. And perhaps resting your chin on top of your right arm. Get any fidgets or wriggles out of the way. And get to a place where you can stay here for a few more breaths. Super nice shoulder stretch right here. Stretch in the deltoid, stretch in the chest. If you feel more comfortable having a pillow underneath your forehead, go ahead and grab a pillow. Otherwise, just hang out here for about 2 or 3 more breaths. Know those days where you just can't seem to say anything right? I think I'm having one of those days right now. Last breath. And then peel your chin off of the arm. Slide your right arm back in place. And then your left arm once again. Come into a Sphinx pose with your elbows underneath the shoulders. Palms are spread. A bit of engagement in the glutes. Inhale, you can look forward. Keep the spine where it is. And then exhale, just bow your chin towards your chest. Woo! Find a nice stretch in the neck. The next exhale, turn your neck so you're looking beyond the left shoulder. Chin towards your chest. Look towards your right shoulder. Find a nice stretch in the neck. Exhale back to center. And then this time, the left hand's going to reach towards your right elbow and then the right hand towards the left elbow. Just notice that there's a difference between which arm is in front than the other compared to the first side. We did this the first time. And then start to walk your hands out, slide your elbows out. Now this time your chin is resting on top of your left arm. However that looks like for you, again, you can always use a blanket or a prop underneath your forehead. Get any wiggles or fidgets out of the way. And just melt on an exhale. No reluctance, no hesitation. Just give in, just yield. sometimes the surrendering part is the hardest part. It's easier to make these shapes and just to make them for the sake of making them. But when it comes to really giving in to the pose and giving into the energy and just focusing on yourself, not letting anything distract you, sometimes that's the hardest thing to do. Take your last breath right here. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale. And then exhale it out. Nice job. Peel your chin away from the hands. Slide your hands back. This time we're going to do Sphinx pose with our elbows underneath the shoulders, but with our palms up. Notice how that changes the shoulders. Engagement of the glutes here. Top of the feet down. Inhale, peel your heart forward more. And then exhale, same thing. Bow your chin towards your chest. Turn your head towards your left shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale towards the right shoulder. Back to center. Lower down the forehead. Slide the hands underneath your shoulders and gently push yourselves up. Sitting your hips towards your heels. Knees away from each other. Inhale the arms up. And as you exhale, right hand on your left thigh, left hand on your lower back. Find your twist right here. Inhale, reach the arms up. Watch your palms connect. Exhale, twist towards your right hand on your lower back. Opening up the right shoulder. Try not to lean forward and back, keeping your spine upright. And then slowly release. Find the child's pose. Knees apart, toes towards each other. Crawl your arms forward. Rest your forehead on top of the mat or on top of something, and then child's pose. Feel free to place something underneath your buttocks if this child's pose feels a little bit weird for you today. Just feel supported. Sit on top of something if you have to. Being okay with the silence as you take your last breath. And then slide your hands underneath the shoulders. Peel your forehead away from the mat or the prop and slowly come upright. Notice the shift of energy as you change altitudes. Make your way seated with your shins crossed. No Shavasana today. We're going to end class seated right here, which may be okay with some of you, especially for those of you who still have a day ahead. Feel free to sit on top of a pillow or a blanket if that felt good. Hands to heart center, thumbs are touching your chest. Keeping your spine long, bow your head towards your hands. Notice the areas that you feel freer, more liberated, and more space. And take an inhale here. And exhale, take a deeper bow to yourselves, to your body, which I consider our shrine and our altar, our temples. I thank you so much for sharing your practice today, for coming into this class. I really hope you felt a full body deep stretch. From my heart to yours, the light in me honors the light in you, which means namaste, namaste, namaste. Thank you so much. I hope you take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.